Over America.
All right, Joe Popp Over America, and I'm heading from Conway, New Hampshire to Quechee, Vermont. I think that's how you pronounce it. Quechee? Anyway, I'm going to see my cousin Linda. So I'm on the very famous Kangamangas Highway, and had a really great time in New Hampshire at Conway. Stayed with my moto nerd friend Quentin. We met on the internet, through Popp Over America, and he was very early supporter of mine. And met his lovely wife Doreen, just nicest people. And Quentin's just been there from the beginning, always sending me money and support and liking everything that I do, and just a really great guy. Got into town, pretty much went straight to lunch at a place called Peaches, and I had this delicious Italian sub, and really loved it. Not too big of a portion, just perfect, and great flavor, pretty amazing. Really nice sitting outside. There's a main road that goes through here, and a lot of tourists, and I was really surprised about the amount of motorcycles that come through here. I guess it's because of the Kangamangas highway that all the motorcyclists like to drive down it. But mostly Harleys. As a matter of fact, I didn't see anything but Harleys, or at least cruisers at the very least. And I feel like I'm alone. I'm the only guy on a sport bike or a sportier type bike out here. It'd be nice to see somebody else. So anyway, enough about that. We did a little short hike to a place called Diane's Baths, and it's like a little rocky waterfall kind of area with a river running through it, and that was really beautiful. It was a nice mellow hike. I didn't do any vertical things or anything like that. And as you can see from the scenery around here, it is just fantastic. There's water everywhere, rocks everywhere, mountains, ladies jogging down the street. Just a good time out here. After the hike at Diana's Baths, we went over to a place called Cathedral Ledge, which is way high up in the mountains. And that was really amazing view, looking down on Conway and the surrounding areas. There's lakes, there's Echo Lake, and just beautiful views. And there were climbers up there with ropes that actually scale the wall of this cathedral ledge. So I wish I could do that someday, but just not enough time in the old budget. After that, we went back and took a nap at the house. About an hour, And then we went to dinner at the place called Delaney's Hole in the Wall, and I had some fried clams that were just awesome. The seafood in this area is pretty out of this world. So that was great. And then the big thing that we're going to do was take a moose tour. And they load you into this van, and you're supposed to go spot some moose. So got into the van, and the guy kind of brought me on first and said, this is going to be your seat. It's like a plastic lawn chair, and it had like a wire connected to the floor, and I was like, this is pretty sketch, but I was trying to be a good sport. Quentin set the whole thing up for me, so I was just trying to go along with the ride. And so we head out on the moose tour, and about halfway through, guy pulls a U-turn, and my chair falls over, and I fall into this girl's leg and bruise her leg, and knock into this woman with my shoulder, scrape up my shoulder a little bit, and it would just turn into a really goofy thing after that. He was playing like these terrible moose theme songs that were made with like bad MIDI files from the internet and just horribly recorded. There was a speaker next to me that was buzzing. It was like the speaker was blown out. And Quentin and I and Doreen were just cracking up because this thing started getting worse and worse. And it was only supposed to be about 3 hours, and we left at 8. We didn't get back till 12:20 a.m. So it was like 4.5 hours of looking for moose, which would have been fine if we saw any. We saw one like running into the distance. And this van has these huge lights on this, like the guy would flip on these floodlights on the side of the van and illuminate the side of the road, and I can't imagine any moose sticking around because there's such oppressive lights. So not really the wildlife adventure I thought it would be. And then the guy kept playing like moose DVDs the whole time to kind of keep us entertained because we didn't see any moose. It turned into a train wreck, and poor Quentin felt so bad, but I told him it's part of the adventure, When do you get to fall over in a moose van, and fall on somebody? So I had a great time, and Quentin is just a really great person, and his wife is awesome, and he's got a beautiful house up here. He's going to retire to it someday, and driving through this area is just phenomenal. I mean, you could just see the landscape and everything. It's just water, rivers running right through it. I could definitely live up here in the summer, that's for sure. I don't know about the winters, but gorgeous time here in Conway, New Hampshire. So I'm heading towards my cousin's, as I said. She's in Quechee, Vermont, and I got a playing an open mic there tomorrow night. It'll be good to see my cousin. I probably haven't seen her in many years, probably at least 15 or 20 years. So Linda Hemer from the Hemer side. If you watch the pilot episode, I interviewed her sister, Judy, who runs the stained glass place, and Linda lives up here. So that's it. See you all soon. Popp Over America, over and out.
Popp Over America is made possible by support from Alto Music, Arai Helmets, Corbin Motorcycle Seats, D'Addario Strings, Hoffy Carbon Fiber Cases, Michelin Motorcycle Tires, Otherworld Computing, and Cena Motorcycle Bluetooth devices. Stay tuned for the next episode of Popp Over America.